If you struggle to create clean, even lip outline in permanent makeup, dealing with shaky hands, swelling, or blurry edges, watch this video till the end. I will show you the exact needles to use, the best hand movement, and my top stretching techniques so you can achieve crisp, symmetrical lip outline each and every time. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Shaky. I help artists skyrocket their technique with Now It's My Time program and get them booked out with marketing program Scale with Beauty Slash. And this video is sponsored by those two programs. So let's now dive into tools and needles selection for crisp lip outline. Now this is so crucial when performing outline to know actually which needles to use, which tools to use, and which machine to use for your lip outline tattoo. So first, let's start with needles. For the lip liner, I would suggest just simply to use 1RL, although you can make liner with 3RS, 3RL, Magnum, flat needles. It is based on your technique, how advanced artist you are. You can make liner with those needles, but if you're a beginner and you want to make a beautiful outline, just go with 1RL. Now, the diameter of 1RL, if you feel that your hand is shaky, I would actually suggest to use 0.25 millimeter in diameter. Now, I do not use 0.25 millimeter in diameter for my outline. I use 0.35 because my hand is so precise that even using 0.35 needle feels too thin and invisible for me. And besides, I use 0.35 to fill out my lip inside, so I don't want to switch or have different needles. I just use the one needle. But if you're a beginner, 0.25 millimeter in diameter is the way to go. Now, if you want to make this perfect outline, machine will also make a huge difference. So if your machine is shaky, you would have difficult time to do that outline. So think about if your machine can vibrate really low and it almost feels like a pen, you can control it really nicely. But if it shakes, then it's going to be really hard for you to do a steady line. Although I recommend all the students to use quite shaky machines for lip blush just because it makes those pixels more spread out, but for outline it's really challenging. So you would want to find out something that it works for you. Now I do have a PDF file with all the machines that I recommend, with all the needles that I recommend. You can simply go to my Instagram and message me this keyword and I will send you this PDF so you can see for yourself. And a common question, do I use short stroke machine or medium stroke machine for outline and lip blush? I do use medium stroke machine because I can bring that speed lower. And when the speed is lower, it will be more gentle to lips. They will not swell a lot and the procedure will be comfortable for the client. But more about machine speed, we will discuss shortly. And now let's actually review on the client how to map lips for perfect lip outline symmetry. Let's go. So first of all, for the lip outline, I use a white paste and a thread. And you will notice that I first map out the lip and then I make the outline perfect. So your goal is to make as crisp as possible the lip outline and make it as symmetrical as possible. And the tricks I also will share in this video. So as you see, I made 3 lines, which is pretty straightforward. The front one, the middle one, and 2 lines to the cupid bow edges. Then I'm going to mark the upper line in the middle, as well as on the other side also in the middle. Note that I don't go to vermilion border. I'm not going to the white skin. I'm still marking the lip skin where I can see the actual lip color. The same I'm marking here on one side and the same I'm marking on the other side. Now I want each slope to be a little bit inward of the lip. Now it's going to be different obviously on the lower lip, but on the upper lip it's a little bit inward. Now note that I'm just with the thread, with a straight thread, also working the cupid bow. I'm making this triangle. Now it's all a little bit edgy, but watch me smooth this out instantly in a few minutes. And marking the lower part. So now with the brush, which is the key, has to be flat and crisp, I'm going to connect to the lip corners. When it's at the lip corners, I also want to make sure it goes a little bit inward, so you don't have a sad lips, because if you have here, not sure if you can see, but if the lips are coming at the corners outward, facing outwards, it's going to have a sad lips. So you want to have a little inwards to make the lip more smiley. Now I do use white paste around the lips and I smudge it nicely and beautifully just because I want to take nice pictures, and I still suggest for you to do that so that when you show it to your client, she will be like, wow, that's so amazing. Now here I want to show the trick. This is the trick how I make this outline crisp. So I dip a brush into makeup remover and I clean the outline from inwards. Now this is the trick to achieve clean and crisp outline for your lip blush, for your mapping before you start your lip blush. If you don't have a crisp outline that I was talking before earlier, you will not achieve a beautiful outline. And here I have a common question, do you numb your lips before lip outline, or do you numb after? And yes, I numb my lips after I finish the whole lip outline, the whole lip tattoo. Because if you numb before doing outline, everything will be a little bit swollen, the shape will be a little bit off, so you do want to fix the outline, fix your pre-draw first, and then map the lips. If you find that your clients are screaming out of the pain when you do lip outline, that means your pressure is too deep, your technique is wrong, and trust me, lip outline should not hurt client. It should have obviously scratchy sensation, but it's not something that is painful. I had never had a client that I had to put numbing cream on for the lip outline. So if it hurts for you, know that you have to adjust your technique, which we will discuss also in this video. Now I do want to show you a little tricks how I actually check for symmetry. You can use, by the way, Phi app to check lip symmetry, the same Phi app that you're using for eyebrows. And I have so many mapping videos on eyebrows and how to use Phi app, so you might check the one how to use Phi app. But for the lips, you can use the Phi app as well. And what I would suggest is to ask your client to smile, to give you a kiss, to check if all the curves are nice, or sometimes they're wobbly, so you need to really check. So for instance, in this case, overall the lines are fine. I would just fix this part just a little bit to make it even perfect, but you can see when she's smiling and not smiling, all the outlines are fine. And maybe here also at this side a little bit, to make it the same curve as on the other side, because when she doesn't smile it's not so noticeable, but when she smiles it becomes more noticeable. So that's a good way to check your lip symmetry, but still Phi app is a good one. Now the second question is which color to use for lip outline. That's a really good one, and actually I wish to create even a separate video because it could be really tricky. Most of the time I use the same color, but sometimes when you work on vermilion border, which is the white skin, it's not as pinky as the lip, so the color there gets a little bit more saturated and more brighter, because obviously you put the color on a whiter skin rather you're putting the color on the lip skin. So in that case there are other tricks that I use. Maybe I can create additional video for that, but in most of the cases I use the same color as I would fill inside of the lip. And by the way, if you have questions on the lip blush, or you're working with a client, or you're working on latex, what my students are doing in Now It's My Time program, they basically film what they do on latex or what they do on client, and they send to me for review. So on the Zoom calls live, we are reviewing their cases, lip cases, their hand movement, their machines, if it's suitable or not suitable. So if you're a student Now At My Time, if you're watching this video, don't forget to submit your homework, and I will see you on the Zoom calls where we can discuss a lip outline. So before lip outline, I put a sealing powder. It actually could be any powder, makeup powder, to make the white paste more stronger so that it doesn't smudge during the outline. And in a minute you will see how I stretch the skin. But first I would like to discuss machine speed in lip outline. So the speed for the outline would be exactly the same as you would fill inside the lip. So for instance, if I'm working with Cheyenne pen, I am setting up my speed to 4.9 volt, and The same speed goes for the outline. I do not change the speed for the outline, but my technique is a little bit different for the outline, which we will see in a minute. So let's see how to do the hand movement for contour lip liner. All right, notice how I stretch the skin and notice the position of my hands. So 2 fingers here, and this is very important, a triangle hold of the machine where the pinky is on the lips. It's always triangle. I always teach about this. Maybe you can move closer. This is a triangle hold. This way, actually, the whole structure is almost not movable, and I only move the wrist and a little bit of my point finger to move. That's why the liner becomes more stable. It's almost like I'm just squeezing. If you're going to hold your machine like this, or like this, or like that, it's always very unstable. And I've seen this, my students, when they come to me first, this is the typical hand movement they do like that. So I have to reteach them doing like that. Everything is stable. So you can see exactly over here, I'm even not moving my fingers. I'm just moving my wrist, and it goes forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Notice my speed. Notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, let me show how to check your first outline pass to avoid swelling and trauma during outline. I actually check for the color after the section is finished. It's very important to remove your middle part. The one you've done, remove it. Also press, when you remove, try to press the skin. It actually becomes white, and in the moment you can actually see the outline. So you have to press it hard, then you'll see. Because after you release your finger, the blood comes back and the outline becomes invisible. But if you press, the skin becomes white and you see the outline, that's already enough for you to know if the color got inside the lip and if you need to fill any liner at all. Now let me show you the stretching technique to prevent wobbly lines. Please take a look how I stretch. Again, I even use the cotton. Cotton actually helps to have a better stretch, to have a stable hand. And again, place 2 fingers, right? And then do you see at the cupid bow, I even put my finger on my thumb, which is absolutely possible. You can do that, whatever makes your hand feel stable. But as always, as I mentioned earlier, it always has to be that triangle hold. Let's call it diamond hold, so that you can make more memory about. If triangle hold you will forget about, but the diamond hold, it's very special, and it's actually super cool. Like if you can train your hand to have a diamond hold, you can imagine now this is a diamond hold. Your life and permanent makeup will change forever. I'm joking, but I'm serious at the same time. So placing your pinky on the thumb also helps a lot to stabilize your movement. Now, a question I have, how to check your lip outline when it doesn't show? So as I mentioned before, one of the ways is to remove part of the lip blush and press hardly on it so that the skin becomes white. Probably this is the only way to check. But on the other side, putting numbing cream actually also helps a lot. If you put the numbing cream, the skin will become white without you pressing on the skin, and then you can check if there's any outline left. But you do put the numbing cream at the end of your outline, so it makes a little bit no sense. So I would strongly suggest to do section by section and check section before you move forward so you can fill out more color. In case if there's no color, it means that you have to stretch better and probably slow down your movement. Still do not press harder into the skin. That's not the way to go. The skin is already very thin. You just want to slow down your movement and do more times at one place. That's it. And the same way for the lower outline, let me just speed up. You can go from any direction that you want. You can go from the corners, from the middle to the corners, however you want. Just remember to move section by section and check outline. And again, reminder for you, if you are in Now It's My Time program, of what you can do for me to help you fix your mistake before it's too late. Because a lot of students, they stretch the time too much. They think they're doing the right thing when it's too late, and they have to relearn again. Because one thing, you're watching these videos, but another thing is you're practicing, and I'm helping you to fix your mistakes. So don't forget to submit your practice for our next Zoom calls. And for ladies who don't know what is Now It's My Time, it is a program where I have all the courses, and my mentorship is there, where I'm checking your homeworks and I'm getting on the live Zoom calls. By the way, you can even book a sessions with my trainers to do one-on-one training with you. But anyways, you can check it out in the description and see more information about it. So we're about to finish our lip blush. Here I've been honestly a little bit lazy and I didn't check right away all the outline as I go, but honestly, because once you have experience and once you feel the depth, you kind of start to go by the feel, and the results already as expected. So here I'm putting the numbing cream, and after that I will wipe everything out and start the procedure. By the way, I might also have the full lip procedure that is coming in the next videos, or if it's already available, you'll see somewhere in the corner. By the way, before you go, also the question I got, which numbing cream do I use for the lip outline and the lip tattoo? So before I was using the Tattoo Soothe as the secondary numbing cream, but then Tina Davis came out with her ice cream, which is so amazing because it's a secondary and the first numbing cream both in one bottle, which is so convenient. So you can go ahead, use it for your first time and as the secondary numbing cream as well. And by the way, it's really strong. I've tried it myself. It's amazing. I'm not sponsored by Tina Davis, but I truly love her products. So go check it out. It's really good. So this is outline after the numbing cream. It is light, just how it should be. If you stretch the skin, you will see the outline. Here, I think I'm already starting the procedure, but let me just take a moment to showcase you how it's supposed to be the outline. Now, your action steps after this video. Practice the outline 3 times per week. Remember this, diamond hold, not triangle hold, diamond hold of the hand. Practice stable lines, even just with pencil, 3 or more times per week. Now, if you are in Now It's My Time, you must submit your homework if you're watching this, so I can review on the live Zoom also with you. And for everyone else, take care, practice a lot, and I'll see you on my next videos.